season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line and taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes, an MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
And we already knew that Hurts was a good quarterback. But last year, he moved to elite status. Under his guidance, the Eagles returned to the Super Bowl and nearly won it. And he's also one of the league's most dangerous players. Thrown for 38 touchdowns his last 2 seasons and run for another 23.
Former Lion, it's DeAndre Swift. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. They go play action with Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to... It's still open for the coordinator.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, but sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves them with a first and goal. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's first and goal. Throwing is Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And no one wants to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Hurts. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Eagles are on the board here first in the season opener. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. And Marcus Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Here's the second-year back, Pierre Strong. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. 2nd and 9. A 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. Here's Ramondre Stevenson. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Now Jones. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
It's got to feel good to have one of these in the first quarter of a brand new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year. And this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Eagles will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Partner, I think this will win a ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, this really an interesting matchup here in Week 1. Of course, you got the Super Bowl 52 rematch to talk about. No Nick Foles or Tom Brady on the field today, but for the Eagles, it's been a long way to the Chiefs back in February.
Yeah, no Zach Ertz. Was it a touchdown? Was it not a touchdown? In New England, they're still upset over that call, but hey, this game is going to be a blast because the Eagles, they didn't feel like they put enough pressure on the quarterback in the Super Bowl. They want to really get after it with this one.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Matthew Judon in there to take him down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Hurts to throw. And this one complete to Smith. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
And now the yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 45 yards. And the Eagles are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 14-0. That time a 6-play drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I wanted to have something different, and I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something, when you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about 00, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Jones. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
To throw on 3rd down, Jones. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD. Elliott now to add the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And that pick 6 just a moment ago. Things went from bad to worse. Look up at the scoreboard now. Not looking good here. We'll see if they can put something together on this drive. 1st and 10. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. It's Stevenson with a run to begin the drive. Up to the 20.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he picks up the first. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score.
Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Jones throw into the hands of Henry here. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Off the bootleg. Jones. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. On 4th down, Jones. Pass complete once again to Bourne. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. This is caught. It's Brown. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one goes for 30 yards.
But he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Now back to throw. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 6.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 56 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in midseason form here in the opener.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
It'll be Hurts on the option. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Eagles are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it is 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. New England's offense set to go. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And not much to speak of. Calling a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Early down stuff, so put this on. Securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Stevenson gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And, boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. So they take a big, big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first. They'll look to throw. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles are able to add on to their first half lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes this 35-0 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Stevenson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
They set up the screen for Stevenson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the Eagles' 30.
On 2nd down, it's Stevenson. Shreds the tackle. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now Jones on 1st down. He's into space past the 25. And finally marked down at the 23.
It's a game 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Stevenson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Back to Stevenson on 1st down. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 16, Jones. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Anthony Fertzer as the first half is winding down. And the Patriots are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
35. Patriots 7. Chad Ryland to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Matt Judon there to bring him down. So we've reached halftime. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. And the Patriots going to take over here to start quarter number 3. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late. That wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And that is incomplete. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a third time here on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Down, and he'll have it by plenty as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
To the right side, this is Stevenson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now they're in the hurry-up. Jones off the bootleg. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Jones now on third down. And they get Jones for the third time in this ball game. Darius Slay with a pick. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Partner, I see you reaching for the white flag. Put it down. I don't want you throwing it, but I understand why. Because if you do, you're hoping they might actually stop this game because we're in blowout territory right now. That interception just surrendered any momentum they built up in the locker room during halftime. So game plan, it's in the garbage. Time to try something new in this one.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Patriots 18-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Touchdown! Quez Watkins, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Patriots 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. New England trying to get a place on offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Thornton. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Gain of 14 yards. And the Patriots first down. First and 10.
Gets it to Smith-Schuster on the jet sweep. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
From the 38, Jones. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Open man down the field is Henry. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. He got 29 yards that time.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties. And then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
And a short gain here down to the 22. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. Now 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Jones. Here's a screen play. This is strong. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They'll run for it. It's Stevenson. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10. They run once more with Stevenson. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
The last 3 plays have resulted in gains of 1, 2, and now 3 yards here.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we... Touchdown, Patriots! Kendrick Bourne from 8 yards out. And the Patriots are able to at least get 1 score back. The extra point by Ryland up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
42. Patriots 14. Chad Ryland will kick off for the Patriots.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. Second and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Hurts. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing is Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now he's loose again. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Eagles have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. New England's offense set to go. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, Coach.
And got his man complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Give him 30 yards there.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Now Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. He's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
On 1st down, Hurts. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start on the ground with Strong. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
Throwing Jones. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
21.
Off play action. Jones. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now.
CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1, and one of our early window games here in week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close.